What is up? How are you doing, everybody? Sorry, I got going in my mouth. Let me get rid of that because I know that would probably bug you guys tremendously. What's up? What's up? Happy Tuesday. Evening, afternoon, morning, whatever it is for you. Appreciate it. Looks like we are up and running. Good. Oh, no, man. Hopefully I can change this. I hate when it does. I am not an entertainment channel as much as Evolve would like. I am news and politics as much as Evolve would like me to be entertainment. But Evolve's here. He'll be in shortly. He's doing something, trying to get his Evolvers over here to harass him. I just wanted to get started. I saw a video. I got to find the video. Actually, no, it's not going to be that hard. I just wanted to highlight a candidate from the beginning because I talk about Jo Jorgenson and Spike Cohen a lot, and I've shared their videos and stuff. And I was thinking, I don't want y'all to think that we don't have quality candidates. Libertarians aren't giving you quality candidates across the platform. So I'm going to try to highlight some really good quality libertarian candidates. I know personally a lot of them from Texas because I was at convention. So I've met like our state senator, our U.S. Senate candidate. Well, I didn't meet him, but I've known him, and plenty of congressional candidates and, U.S. Congress and stuff. So, but I want to highlight one. She just posted a video recently, and I was like, man, this girl gets it. She precisely how I feel on every libertarian issue. Not all of them, but the big ones. I mean, she hit it perfect. So I want to share that video with you all because I think you'll get some value out of it. Let me just find it real quick. I tweeted it out. If you guys got me on Twitter, I am at Dave Libertarian on Twitter. If you what? Okay, I don't know who that is, but anyways, let me find the video for y'all. Somebody messaged me or tweeted me on Twitter, the T Report. I don't know if you're on here or not, but if you're on here, T Report, go ahead and shoot me a comment and I will answer your question that you tweeted me. I guess that's the proper pronunciation of it. I'll answer that as soon as I get done sharing this video. I have to find it real quick. I got banned from Facebook, by the way. My Libertarian Dave Facebook page got unpublished due to violations of the community standards or whatever, Facebook community standards or whatever. I have no idea why. So I'm going to actually show you my Facebook page later on if I remember. If I don't remember, then remind me. So maybe you guys can tell me what exactly is on my Facebook page that violated the community standards of Facebook. So hopefully you guys can fill me in on that too. Okay, let's see if we'll pause, go full screen.
I don't have millions of dollars.
Oh, sorry. Started a little too soon on y'all. Okay, there we go. Just wonder, Dave, even if we agree 100% with you, why vote for Libertarian when it seems like we won't win the election and it feels like a wasted vote? That's an easy one, man. So is this are you trying to pick the winner or are you trying to vote who best represents how you think government should run?
Be here.
The election is not a pick the winner thing.
Welcome,
The election is. Oh, hey, welcome, Evolve. Welcome, Evolve.
I'm here. What's up?
But anyways, the election is meant for you to pick who you think would best run the government the way you think government should be ran.
Yeah.
It's not who represents your values either. You know what I mean? You don't want, if you're a very religious person, you don't want a government that's going to push religious values or force, by use of force or aggression, push those religious values. That would be a theocracy. And you can see how horribly those have worked around the world as well. They usually will end up in very oppressive countries and stuff with very bad things. So what you want is you want to vote for representatives who I'm going to show this video.
Yeah,
right now.
let's vote for her or whoever. She
You haven't even heard her talk
She's
yet.
got my vote.
Really?
I like what I see.
You like what you
No,
see? Shut up. You bad. You bad.
No, I'm telling you.
She's an awesome person. I met her. In
I can
in
tell.
Vic
No,
Space.
I'm going by
She's
her.
an awesome
I can
person.
tell that she has good political views, and
She likes kids too.
stands
She
up.
runs a daycare.
That's why I said,
She owns a daycare.
boom.
Big daycare.
I know. I just
She
get
didn't
that.
shut down for Corona.
I just get that sense, kids. I can.
So let me finish my rant real quick.
Go ahead.
You need to vote
Do
for
they not
who
see this?
you
See,
think.
they
No,
don't
they
know.
can't see that yet. You need, otherwise they wouldn't be listening to me. You got to hear what she has to say.
Okay.
She did really good. I actually messaged her earlier. I actually might try to get her on.
Yeah,
I got her queued up in Messenger to see if
That's
maybe I
cool.
can shoot her a message
Okay.
and see if she'll jump on and talk to us. If you guys want to hear from her, you probably will. But anyways, you want to vote for who you think would represent how you think government should run. How you think government should vote and stuff like that. That's how you should vote. So it's not a matter of picking the winner. I don't understand that. Why people think they need to pick the winner.
Pick the winner. Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're voting for, Joe Biden in Texas, you're wasting your vote because Trump's going to win Texas, right? He has for the past 100 years probably.
Yes.
Republicans have.
Republicans.
If you vote for the Republican and you live in California, you can consider your vote a wasted vote because Democrats have won California for now until history. Same with New York, and so you know what I mean. So there's a lot of different silly ways you can talk about that whole wasted vote thing. But the purpose of voting is not to pick the winner. What?
The Power Ranger game.
Power
Give them a nice little Power Ranger game.
Okay, so this
Anyway.
is Christie Mallory. She is running for Congress, district.
What's up, KS? What's up?
Yeah, KS,
Welcome
what's
over.
KS?
Yeah, she come over. She's a great supporting member that's always coming over to.
Well, welcome.
I invited
welcome.
them, so she's good.
Welcome.
I like to know where she stands politically, so that'd be good. Glad you joined. I'm looking at you guys. I'm waiting.
So Christie Mallory, she's running for Congress, congressional district in around Dallas, Texas area. Like I said, she owns a daycare center. So we were talking about how I actually shared the story that you shared with me. I shared with her about the bathroom sign.
Oh,
How you got fined like $500 or something.
Right.
And she's like, absolutely. She's like,
insane.
they built, I had the company that does the inspections,
Right.
build her playground for her, right?
Right.
So they built her playground. And then when they came to inspect and certify her whole
Maybe
daycare
the
center,
mulching or
no. The two pieces of daycare equipment were 1 inch too close together. Because
It's messed up.
So
The actual inspection. That's
actual
messed up.
same people
That's ridiculous.
who came in and
That's ridiculous.
Great. Yeah. So it was fun. So anyways, this is Christie Mallory. She's a really good little quick. It's a great summary of what libertarians think on subjects. So let's see. This one here, share. Yep. Oh wow, but it's little. All right, so let's hear Christie.
Christie Mallory here. I don't have millions of dollars to make feel-good commercials or overload your mailbox with gigantic magazine postcards. This is because I won't take money for corporations or special interest groups who want to bribe me to legislate in their favor. So I just need a couple seconds of your time. My only agenda is to remove any government obstacles in the way of you and I living free. John Adams warned that a two-party system would divide and destroy us. We should never be forced to vote for a bad candidate just because the other one is worse. That would be like if a shoe store only sold Crocs and Birkenstocks, which would be my personal nightmare. We deserve options. If you aren't voting Libertarian because you're pro-life, well, I am too. But unlike the Democrats and the Republicans, the Libertarians would never pass budgets that fund private organizations like Planned Parenthood. If you're worried about legalizing marijuana, don't be. Statistics show that it's far less dangerous than alcohol and may actually have some health benefits. We can't ban something just because others think it's unhealthy. That's what they did in New York with 16-ounce sodas. We don't want to be New York. Let's make more women in our prisons for pedophiles, murderers, and thieves, and stop jailing people who commit
Let me turn the
victimless crime.
notification on.
By the way, the best way to prevent real crime is more armed citizens. I will support legislation for national constitutional carry, which actually already exists. It's called the Second Amendment. I'm against red flag laws and assault rifle bans. Assault rifle is just a term used by the liberal media to make a gun sound scary. And the only thing we should be scared of is them taking away our right to self-defense. I will also support legislation that repeals the Gun-Free School Zone Act so that parents and teachers have the right to protect their kids. Just for fun, I'd like to challenge my opponents to a shooting competition. If you beat me, I'll take a picture holding your campaign sign. Don't worry, Colin Allred, you can borrow one of my guns. But then again, if you're afraid to debate me, then you're probably not going to want to be in a shooting competition with me either. Hashtag let her speak. If you're done with socialists and rhinos, then stop wasting your vote on them. The only wasted vote is the one that you will regret later. If you agree, please share this. Let's let the revolution begin. I'd be honored to have your vote on November 3rd.
Oh, seems fun. She seems down to earth. And
Oh yeah,
sincere.
she's really
I like it.
really surprisingly down
That's
to
cool.
earth. So
Right.
So I liked it. I mean, she hit it all. She hit
She
like
did.
abortion, the war on drugs. She hit
She
incarceration.
did.
The Second Amendment, and
Even
called
schools.
out her opponents.
Yeah. She looked
I
at-
guess they don't want to debate her either.
she looked out after the teachers and stuff too.
I got invited to a debate.
That's cool.
I got invited to a debate.
Oh, you got invited to one.
Some kids are trying to put together a debate. Bethany's not going either. So
No.
I thought it would be, if anybody went, it would just be me and Bethany anyway. That's what I told. That's why I talked to her, because I knew if anybody, he wouldn't show up. Blanco's not going to show up. He got everything to lose.
So
All they do is just beat each other up.
you see the roundtable debate with all the 4 districts. I tagged you in it today.
No, I didn't watch it. Was it any good?
Oh,
Who was there?
well, Sam. Everyone appeared. Caleb. Everyone but Caleb.
Well, Caleb's out anyway.
Yeah, he
so.
was out. So and
No, I didn't.
Sam's
I'm gonna have
got
to check that out. You tagged me in it.
I did. Sam.
There's so much stuff. Look at my Facebook, man. It's crazy.
Sam's got it in the bag. I was looked at all the candidates, and there's
Is it this one here?
mention you. Oh yeah, it is. So
Hello and
Yeah,
good
that's
afternoon.
Who in the? Oh, she must be hosting it. Oh, we got Sam Morgan, got Wesley.
yeah,
I don't see Joe Mulliner.
no, he's not. He is. He did say he's off. He's the only one that has a small chance, if anyone.
I think Joe Mulliner has a chance. He's like one of the leaders of the Northeast Business Association.
Sam says he doesn't.
We'll see.
They say he don't got a chance. Democrats. Say
I think they're all going to split the votes anyways. John Nixon, he got stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
I should share what I'm showing here.
Sean.
John Nixon, he and Malik's not up there either.
Sean's got a few bounce checks, and
What? He's like 18 years old.
I know he's got some bounce checks.
What's that have to do with anything?
Just
You bounce a check, and that means you can't be city council. City council been bouncing checks for like 30 years.
I'm like, he's 18, and when you're 18 and got 8
That should
bounce
be a-
checks, maybe you don't.
That should be a qualifying factor for city council in El Paso, man.
bounce check.
Hey, you got to bounce at least 30 checks before you can even have this job.
Oh yeah, he ain't got my vote because one of those checks is he trying to give community evolved. Let me just say,
He bounced a check.
yeah, that's when we stopped giving checks. Stop accepting checks.
Who writes checks anymore?
I know. It was 4 years ago.
I have checkbooks in case of emergency. You know what I mean? Like my debit card is not working or something. No. But anyways, what else are we gonna talk?
Oh boy. Okay.
So yeah, so that's an hour long. I'll watch that.
Yeah,
I
don't
might.
watch it now.
I don't know. I'm probably.
Sam killed it.
Who's Wesley?
Sam killed it, and what he did was the only ones that are in the race are all. Probably shouldn't say this online. Okay, so the only ones that are in the race are the ones that they wanted in the race, are the ones that I guess you can say Sam have mentored or tutored. Like all of these Like they all say it. Like it's one of the reasons why they had to get. They only like he played all of these so well. And they all compliment, and he'll say it many times. Yeah, everyone that is still in right now, I've tutored and mentored. I have, and he let everyone know publicly that that these guys are under me, and they fall right into it. This is like, and like Sean, he's at one point, he's like, yeah, Sam was such a great tutor to me, and that's why I am ready for this. And then Dorothy, like, yeah, I knew Sam for a while, and he did this.
I guess they're banking on the fact that he's got a pending assault charge on him that that people won't vote for him. I don't think that's going to be.
Not at all. We got a plan.
But anyways, I had somebody tweet me that says, hello, it is the T report. I don't know if T report hasn't chimed in, but hello, it's being reported you are on the edge of hanging it all up as podcasting is becoming too much. Another member reported that you and Evolve were having issues for past 2 weeks. He has been absent from church.
What?
We got issues.
11 hours.
Throw down.
11 hours.
We got issues because football season started.
This is football.
This guy goes crazy. Like, oh my God, this is awesome. I thought he won the lottery or something. I'm like, yes, I'm going to get a new camera. No, man, the Cowboys won by 1 point. I'm like, really, dude?
Insane.
I was like, really, dude?
It was insane. Y'all know that was amazing. That was amazing. This is funny, the T report. So I guess she puts out the T.
Yeah. I don't know.
The T is a slang for the upcoming drama or gossip. If you search,
is that with like another drama alerts?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a drama alert channel.
Yeah. So
she reports.
No, not really. Not hanging up podcasts. I will tell you right now, I'm gonna put it out ahead of time. After the election in November, I'm probably going to take a couple weeks off.
There you go.
But then I'll be right back in it again in December. Actually, it'll be a week or so after. I'm going out of town for Thanksgiving. So I'm not bothering podcasting. I may just, if something pops into my head, go live or something, but it's going to be nothing scheduled for probably the end of November to probably a couple weeks. End of November, beginning of December timeframe. So,
okay.
So, but up until then, I'm good to go. I mean, hey, you'll get some, with me, it's a gamble. You might get some quality content, or you might just get some I'm falling asleep at the wheel. You know what I mean? But I'll be here for y'all, man. I haven't missed one yet.
I've been in church. I just wasn't
I don't know what they're talking
I just
about.
wasn't at that one like 2 weeks ago.
Well, I wasn't either.
You guys were out. I was out. I couldn't really make it. I was in bed. I was injured.
He broke something.
And I was doing a doctor. I doctor myself, so I had to make
Google
sure.
Doc. Google Doc.
I've always done that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this. If he ever decides to do surgery on himself, I am going to be there, camera on, for y'all's entertainment. That one we will definitely tag on YouTube as entertainment.
So that's good. Okay, so I know you don't. This is only going to be 2 minutes, but let me put this out there. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, guys. So let me give you the stimulus update.
Go for it.
So check it.
I'm interested.
Recently, what just happened on Monday, Pelosi had finally drafted and gave a bill that she wants the Republicans. The Republicans put out something and they didn't do it. Democrats put out something. They just did it on Monday.
So why didn't the Republicans do it? Because the Democrats said no, right?
Because the Democrats said no.
Okay.
So the Democrats put out something. Pelosi.
And
so
I'm gonna throw something out there real quick.
Okay.
The Republicans are gonna say no.
Okay, so you can't. Okay, so they said no. Listen, all right. So they said no. They voted on today, but Donald Trump announced. He announced at 3:30 that he is going to. That he has the power, since he has the power for executive order, that we should that if they don't get it done this week, that he's just gonna go ahead and use his executive power to give you guys the 1,200 on next week. That's what he announced. He's gonna use his executive order. to go ahead and he said because he can do it as long as the money doesn't come from the treasurer or something. It's some stipulation. As long as it doesn't come from somewhere, he can do it. And some people came on and said, yeah, he has it in the Congress and people. So he has the power to do. He has the power by executive order to do a stimulus.
Really?
Yes. Which is
executive.
Yeah, you got it. Executive order stimulus package. That's the power. I forget where he said as long as it doesn't come from, as long as the money doesn't come from somewhere, that it's in his executive power. 1, 5, 3, 2.
Oh, he's
1,
already.
2,
It says he
3.
signed something here.
Oh, did he already sign it? He only said that he was going to next week.
Let's see. Doctor tried to 4 actions relief on Saturday, one of which would provide as much as $400 in enhanced unemployment benefits.
Okay, that's the employment.
After the Democrats said no to
said,
something.
Yeah, they said that last week, so he went on and signed that. So now he's going to do it with the executive.
3 other actions could memorize a payroll tax holiday. Oh, I don't like that payroll tax holiday.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
I think did we talk about that on a podcast?
I remember.
Yeah, it's basically going to say, you're no payroll taxes. Like you wouldn't have, not for people, but for businesses. Like you wouldn't have to pay payroll taxes on your employees, right?
Mm-hmm.
For your company, but they would all come due.
Yeah, and that's what I said.
Unless Trump gets reelected.
Yep,
it is a bribe, dude.
It is. It is.
Like if he gets reelected, then in the spring he'll make it permanent. That's what he said. I was like, you're kidding me, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's genius or crooked or both.
Yeah.
But anyways, so the payroll tax holiday.
I'm going to read you.
Deferring student loan payments.
Read you.
$44 billion disaster. Oh, he wants to take it out of the disaster relief fund.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, so he's got
That's what it was.
I guess he can.
I guess that's what it was.
That actually kind of makes sense,
Yeah.
I guess in a weird Donald Trump kind of way.
Executive order for second stimulus check is likely next week from the disaster. So yeah, this one from WSUSA is saying the same thing. Sent out. So that's what he said. He said they're gonna. They've got until Friday. Apparently, the Republicans is going to put up one more.
I think dropping it the unemployment thing to 400. I mean, I don't think they should go back to 600. There was literally people that did not want to go back to work because they were making more money sitting at home collecting.
I lost employees.
Yeah,
because of that.
Because you're not paying them enough, apparently. Oh, there's somebody running for mayor. Gallinar, he's running for mayor in El Paso.
Good for nothing.
Don't vote for that dude unless you want to lose a bunch more employees. What's going to happen if they made you pay $15 an hour to all your employees?
Oh shoot, no.
What would happen?
No. Well, shoot. One, in order to even do that, I would have to spark up registration, and people would leave because there's a whole bunch of stuff just to cover it. But I will fire a bunch of people. I have to fire.
This is from. From a business owner.
No, you have to fire.
What he would have to do to pay his.
You have to fire, and then I'll have to cut down some schools. Couldn't have as many schools because once I fire people, then I won't have staff to be there. So I have to relinquish, go down from.
So youth after school. So let me put this in perspective for y'all. This is just from him. So if they were to raise El Paso, we have somebody running for mayor right now. His name's Gallinar. Yeah, and that's one of his things. Everybody deserves a living wage. He's going to fight for everybody having a living wage. So that means $15 an hour. That's what everybody considers a living wage, even though only about 6% of people collecting minimum wage right now are breadwinners in their households, head of households, right? The majority of people that make minimum wage right now are fresh out of high school, still living with their parents, or elderly that just want to get out of the house. Neither one of them really need to make $15 an hour.
Yeah.
So that's the majority. That's like 94% of everybody. But anyways, this is what's happening. So he's got after school pro. This is the trickle effect, the domino effect of raising minimum wage $15 an hour just in this particular circumstance. So first of all, after school programs statistically have shown to raise grades, keep kids out of trouble, just massive. I mean, just statistically speaking, if you have, I had after school. I was the military liaison at the high school.
Oh, okay.
So less likely to have discipline problems. Kids that are in team sports programs are less likely to misbehave with their parents, less likely to be on ADHD drugs, less likely to be jailed, commit felonies, do drugs, drink. All these different negative things go away when you have your kids in an after-school program. So Evolve here provides affordable, if not free, after-school programs for kids at all kinds of different schools throughout El Paso. So you raise minimum wage. He pays a lot of his employees less than $15 an hour.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say minimum wage. I know some of them make more than minimum wage.
Some do.
Yeah. So depending on what they do. And they like their jobs. You know what I mean? Because they're helping kids and stuff, and they're doing good stuff in the community and everything.
It's rewarding.
So you force a business like this to go to $15 an hour, then he's got to cut after school programs, which means a large portion of children are no longer going to have that ability to attend after school, that service. And then you just raise the crime rate, you raise the
tons of services, man.
Dropout rates, you lowered grade levels. And what are you going to blame this on? You won't blame it on the $15 an hour, but that's where it comes from. That's where it starts.
That's it. And the biggest thing, the biggest effect that I'll see that really will hit me is me personally that I would hate, because I know what I'm trying to not so much monopolize here, but when you do that, you give it exclusive rights only to big businesses. So now only the city would be able to do that. Like even your YMCA and some of these other little ones, they wouldn't be able to pay everyone. I mean, well, the WYMCA or stuff like that. I mean, the only after school or summer camps that would be able to survive. I mean, any daycare that's running summer camps or stuff like that. When you raise that, it helps more usually like someone like Amazon. Oh, okay. $15. Walmart. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, they can do it easy.
But the other little shops are gonna go out as well.
Oh man, little shops. And how can you even talk about doing something like that when you have so many businesses that are closing down already?
Yeah.
And you got so many people out of work that can't pay their mortgage. 30% of mortgages didn't get paid in July. So you had so many people out of work, so many people trying to pay the bills, can't pay the bills, and you're going to put them out of work. I mean, that's the bottom line. Every time minimum wages went up, unemployment goes up. People lose jobs. It's just Manhattan DA says he's investigating Trump on tax fraud. Will this affect his executive power? Man, if that actually goes to court, it would be 10 years before they even had a trial or whatever, or could prove anything. It would. You think about Donald Trump's. I mean, everybody's like, show us your tax returns. His tax return is like 800 pages. You know what I mean? And he has
four for a while. Isn't it 4? No, I'm sorry. No, I'm just looking.
So
people say that they're on there. They say, "You see me, Bobby?" Yeah, I was.
Oh, we can't see.
No, I'm saying it's 4, right?
That's
StreamYard. No,
it's showing what's on here.
Okay.
So
no, it's someone else saying. Cool.
Would it affect his executive power? I mean, if he was convicted of tax fraud, I don't know, man. It's hard to tell what you could even what kind of stipulations and little rules they have added to give themselves immunity to stuff. That's the problem with legislators that just keep legislating for more power in government, is you don't know what they can actually get in trouble for. The other one I would talk about, the one you dropped on me right here. Sorry about that.
That's big. I haven't had a chance to read over it a bit, but it's huge. Let's go over it. The title, federal judge ruled that Corona's response in Pennsylvania was unconstitutional. And because it's a federal judge, it'll have a trickle effect across the country. Mm-hmm. So I think it's already, I read the letter from the Texas Supreme Court that already issued a letter that said, these things that you're doing are unconstitutional and you need to be careful. They got qualified immunity. So, hey, what's up, JJ? 1979. I have 5 people now. Hey, what's
JJ
up,
Joe.
JJ? I've
JJ
seen
came in.
JJ on in my comments.
Oh,
The
you know
people
what?
coming.
I keep forgetting.
Come on over, people.
Man, I always forget to share the stream to Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta share. I always share. I always share your stuff to the whole YouTube. I always give.
Let's see if I can just
Shoot
tweet
it
it out here. Boom. Sorry. I got banned from Facebook, man. I was gonna share it to
keep
my
the calling number up. Some people will.
because I got libertarians on Twitter. I'm Twitter famous, man. I'm still trying to catch you. I got 219
You'll catch
followers. They're all libertarians.
That's cool. You'll catch me.
Yeah, they keep
Yeah,
doing that libertarian
Yeah,
thing.
you're doing good.
No libertarian under 1K.
That's cool. You're
Yeah.
doing good on Twitter.
So they keep sharing it.
That's what's up.
So, anyways, yeah, sorry about that. I had to
Where is
boom with that. Evolve. I didn't know you were in YouTube jail.
Yeah,
I didn't know either. I
have
forgot. I
been.
think you had mentioned it. But
Yeah, I have been for a
I'm
while.
in Facebook jail.
Put on posts and whatnot. They
I'm in Facebook jail. So you got banned from YouTube. I got banned from Facebook.
man, that's why I haven't been live. I
And I
can
ain't even been posting anything.
go live on Thursday. I think I'm gonna go live, do a celebration, or Wednesday. You are. They did. Oh shoot, damn, publish it.
Yeah, I gotta show you where it says.
Can publish it back.
I tried that. It says, "Boom, you're inviting share," but it's still not published.
That's too much. Oh wow.
I gotta find. I want to find the place where it actually says where you're in Facebook jail. Maybe it's here.
So what's been happening there, guys? What's up, traveling man? What's up? A few fellas coming over. Be sure to subscribe to catch these Tuesday podcasts, man. And all that other good stuff.
Oh man, I can't find it now.
It's crazy because I was reacting to the one that got me suspended was they put me in YouTube jail was it was Lil Wayne. Man, I like Lil Wayne too.
Little Wayne got you thrown in Facebook jail.
Yeah, he got me copyright. He strike the video. He strike that too. Dang. Sucks when people that you actually like. It's so much more easier. I was like, oh man, why couldn't Larger Mark strike me or something?
Man, I know, right?
I didn't even fight it. I like Lil Wayne.
You didn't even fight. It's like I didn't even fight him.
That's
Why?
I took my 3 months.
That's crazy, man. What did you do?
I reacted to him and Eminem, a video he had of him and Eminem.
Huh.
Him and Eminem went on his radio show and did a little podcast or whatnot, and I reacted to it. Oh, Wayne is like, that's my content. So yeah. So bad.
So that's what they do is if they don't. So, but you're a reactor, right? You can't react to. Was it him? Did he do a reaction? Were you reacting to a reaction?
Nah, he just had him there talking.
That's why I figured you would because we did your cuties video thing. I was like, watch. You should copy strike me.
Hey, there we go.
Would that make me YouTube famous?
I should
probably
try
not,
that.
right?
There you go. Well, you'd be able to put a diss track on me. You'd be able to make some videos. All this evolve. Yeah, that's crazy. Got to tread lightly in these YouTube streets. You do, man, for sure, JJ. I was looking at a buddy of mine, Arts of Kicks, Trevor, man. You know, he's another reactor. I guess if he gets one more shopping strike, they deplatforming him and whatnot. What's up, Champ Ohms? I see you guys coming up in there. What's happening, man? What's happening?
We about to talk about that thing as soon as I.
So Salazar and Lozano parents said they didn't get a Cashapp request. Okay. Someone asked me, why aren't we doing Thursday? Cashapp Thursday stimulate, because I do this whole. Did I tell you I do this whole new series every Thursday or once a week where I it's called Cashapp Thursday Stimulate the Community. I told you about it.
Yeah,
Where you
something
just
like that.
everybody just put their Cashapp in the. I talk a little bit and encourage, and everyone just gotta stimulate everyone, give everyone the opportunities.
Give everybody $1 or what? Everybody share $1.
Yeah, well, some
Pretty
been
much
sharing
send me
10, 15, 20, 5. It's been a lot of money sharing. Everyone's is surprising and blessing everyone in the comments. So it's getting big.
That's cool.
I'm
I need to
excited.
check mine.
I'm excited about it.
I
You
need to
should
check my
start.
cash out.
You got to start putting. I was looking because someone was like, "Hey, you know what? I ain't giving Evolve."
$41.
And someone was like, "I ain't giving it Evolve." They asked. They said, "How much money you got in your Cash App?" And it was like, because if you have more than 100, scientifically, I was like, then you don't need it, and it's been proven, and that you are well off. And I looked, and he's like, "How much you have?" And I was like, and it was. I honestly didn't know I had as much as I did, but then I had forgot that
Man, Facebook. Why you gotta make it so complicated?
I just, for some reason, I have different sources where I put different money from a check or whatnot, because I don't really spend, but I'll put like $50 there, or 200 goes into Bitcoin every week or whatnot. Maybe 20 into Cash App, and I totally forgot. And I was looking at my and when he asked, it's like, all right, tell everybody, because we need to see if you're well off, or do we need to be, donating to the page. And I was like, yeah, I'll definitely need your donations and whatnot. It helps. And it's like, well, tell us. And I look at my Cash App. I was like, can I not tell you? And can we not do this? And so I was like, I didn't even know. I had totally forgot that I set that
You could
up.
be blessing somebody with a mortgage payment.
I see. I forgot that 30. I had it set up a long time ago. Just put 30 in there, and I did forget. I was like, so when I looked with this, I was like, what? Oh shoot! And
So Champ's saying a lot of people are about to get in trouble about to respond to COVID. See, I found it, by the way, finally. But it doesn't say. It says it doesn't say what I got. It just says the page has been unpublished. It doesn't say what the community standard violation was.
unpublished.
It's unpublished. My Libertarian Dave page. So look, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna show y'all my Libertarian Dave page that got unpublished from Facebook.
That's crazy. I can look because I think I was admin there too. Maybe. If that's the one we set up.
So this federal judge in Pennsylvania had ruled unconstitutional. I'm not going to show the video. It's only 30 seconds, and they don't talk about the best part. Of course, they just talk about he said it's unconstitutional, and but of course they bust him. I heard the Trump appointee. Whatever. So, but I like what he says here.
Okay.
He says,
read it for the people.
I'm just going to quote what the judge says. What is it? Equal protection. We're undertaken with the good intention of addressing a public health emergency. Mm-hmm. But even in an emergency, the authority of government is not unfettered. Okay. There is no question that this country has faced and will face emergencies of every sort. But the solution to a national crisis can never be permitted to supersede the commitment to individual liberty that stands as the foundation of the American experiment. I like that.
That's good.
I like that.
And I know further on, I was reading correct, because he started to talk about how he asked, maybe one talks about, was it? How the response didn't make sense. He gets into the whole Walmart. You can have people in Walmart, but
none of the responses make sense.
You can't have a wedding of 125.
But they're doing something, right? They're doing something. That's the thing, is they're doing something. It's the most ridiculous thing that, it drives me nuts, man. The school districts, right? So they're going to stagger that. We just had this conversation, wife just an hour ago, whatever. So they're going to stagger people supposedly at the schools. They're going to open the schools up starting in October, but they're going to have like so many start, and then 2 weeks later, the other ones are going to show up. Whatever. How is this going to help anybody? How is this stopping the spread of the infection? How is this saving people's lives? What is it? It has no effect whatsoever.
That's what that judge said.
It's doing absolutely nothing because you're not opening schools back up. If people are going to get sick, they're going to get sick at Walmart. They're going to get sick everywhere else that they have to go in order to survive in society. It makes no sense whatsoever. None of this crap that the government is doing makes any sense whatsoever, but they're doing something. That's the thing, is they're doing something. You know what I mean? They can't do nothing. They have to do something, right? There's a virus. We have to do something, so they're doing something. Because they can't do nothing. You didn't do nothing. And look where it got you.
Yeah. I did a lot over this whole COVID thing.
It didn't. No, it didn't. It didn't get you. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. I didn't do nothing, and nothing happened. I mean, it's nothing. I don't know.
When I say I did a lot, I mean, like, I think I worked harder than, man, I had a bunch more kids. I was the only one operating. I did a lot throughout this thing. I'm thinking from the other side.
You'd like to see what, champ? Oh, you'd like to see the courts. It's coming, man. Man, the Supreme Court has got to take this on, man. That's why I'm really hoping that. So Trump's new SCOTUS nomination, because the Democrat, the liberals, right?
Right.
The really extreme liberal, I think, left said they're burning it down, man. If Trump tries to nominate a Supreme Court justice before the election, they're going to burn it all down.
No, Joe Biden. I said Joe Biden. That's
I do that all the time. Joe Biden might make a better president.
So Joe Biden, he sent out a tweet today, and he just said, vote for me if you believe that the new elected president should decide who the judge is going to be. Something. That's what he said. He said something.
That's not how it works.
That's what he said.
Sorry.
He said that's what he would do. So
should have kept the notorious one alive for a couple more months. He ain't gonna win anyway.
I don't know. I'm
believing in Jo Jorgenson.
I don't know.
They said
I believe in the professor.
So Joe's gonna win it.
I don't know who. I don't know what's gonna happen.
So the link. What? I'd like to see the link. Oh, okay. The link to the news article.
To the news article.
Okay, yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah,
I got it right here.
It's a bunch, man. It's a bunch going on. I think Biden has.
JJ says we had a choice to keep. Your kids are in school. They got to wear a mask. Been in school for a few weeks now. So far, so good. Yeah. Choice to keep them at home or send them, but old lady's schedule hard to keep them. Yeah, I know. I feel you, man. I feel you. And I'm not a teacher. I train soldiers, man. And then, I put my kids in private school. I just forked out the money. We were like, we'll cut back where we have to cut back or do what we have to do. But, our kids' education is too important. And I just remember seeing my 8-year-old like this.
Yep.
And that was learning, right? So he's in front of the computer just like, and I was like, I never get that image out of my head. I'm like, no, they got to go to school, man.
That's it.
For kids, especially like elementary school kids, they need that social interaction.
Sure.
They learn more off of each other in the playground than they learn in the school anyways. So,
exactly.
So yeah, I feel you though, man. I don't know how people could do it. I mean, it really sucks because we've come to a point in society where through taxation and regulation and cost of living, mostly because of government has forced our cost of living to the point where both parents have to work. You know what I mean? It's just got to that point. And now, it's so bad because, they've gotten us to that point where both parents have to work. And now they're forcing us to put our kids into a daycare. And daycares are so expensive, I literally was barely making any money when I was working because the kids were in daycare. Mm-hmm. You're paying out. I mean, you have to make it's crazy. You know what I mean? You know, you've already made cost of living so high that both parents have to work. So now you're forcing them to put their kids into daycare full time in order to learn distance learning at school that you've already paid your tax money to pay for. So now you're paying for a freaking school and you have to pay for full-time daycare too. It's nuts, man. It's completely nuts. I think every single one of us should get a refund on our property taxes that we pay to the school districts. 45% of the highest taxes in Texas for El Paso.
Yeah, I heard that we're up there, man.
So yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Dementia. Thanks.
You're filing a lawsuit against Hawaii governor because of his unconstitutional acts. Is doing. I've seen one in Indiana. The lawsuit's already in Texas. Obviously, with this federal judge, Pennsylvania is probably going to be on board. Huge law. The problem is qualified immunity. That's the problem. Is you can't sue the governor, no matter how much damage he did to you, because of qualified immunity. The same thing that protects bad cops that have 17 assault violations and end up killing somebody. The same rule, qualified immunity rule, also protects governors and congressmen and the president and mayors and all of them from being sued by you as well. So the only thing you can really do by filing your lawsuit against the governor is have the court hear it, determine it's unconstitutional, remove the law, and force them to allow you to go back to work and allow businesses to reopen. But the damage has already been done for a lot of people.
It has.
You know what I mean? I mean, if they were really to file lawsuits across the board, they would bankrupt the country again.
Yeah.
Biden has dementia, probably, or Alzheimer's. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, see, the actions taken by the administration were mirrored by governors across the country and saved and continued to save lives in the absence of federal action. She said in a statement, what does this say? Governor's office. I don't think. Save lives. They haven't, though. You can't prove to me that anything the government has done has saved one single stinking life. You can't prove that. Everybody that got the virus and was going to die from the virus would have died from the virus. Anybody that's going to get the virus has got the virus, is going to get the virus. It's a virus. There's nothing the government can do to fight a virus. The only thing you fight a virus with is a cure. Or maybe try staying healthy. Should vote gold, man. You should be pushing Hawaii to vote gold. Red ain't much better, man. All they're going to do is grow government in a different direction. So they're going to expand power this way and expand power this way. And I mean, is one better than the other? I don't know. That's why I'm a libertarian. I can't get behind either one of them. I mean, who do you think? I mean, the governor of Texas is a Republican, dude. And he's done the same thing. All these governors across the country, you want to push red. The only governor that wouldn't have done this would have been the Libertarian governor, because we stand on principles. We don't stand on these party politics having to do something just because we have the power. You know what I mean? We did something. We did something.
Yeah.
And look, the numbers went down. Oh, maybe that's because the virus is going away. Actually, the virus went up. Numbers went up.
Did you check the CDC?
Oh, I can go and check again.
See what they got going on,
I haven't
man.
checked it in a while.
There we go.
I have it queued up though.
He has it queued up.
Queued up somewhere. No, maybe it's in this one. Yep, right there. Queued up. Quick. Boom. Yeah, it's pretty far down. Still dropping. Whoa. Awesome. Sorry about that, people. What am I getting? Sorry about that. Yeah, here, I can show this one. If y'all are interested in the provisional death counts for COVID-19, I show this every once in a while just because. There you go. Start from the very beginning where we had 0. You see the numbers went up in, what is that? April. We got into the 5 digits in April. And then it's been dropping pretty steady ever since. Kind of went back up right here in August, I guess. Yep, we're dropping back down again. This is incomplete. That's why it says 149. It's incomplete. Yep, there's your coronavirus update.
There we go.
And this is them. You'll see all deaths involving COVID-19. All deaths. This is deaths from all. See, this is the interesting thing: is deaths from all causes is down. So there's actually more lives have been saved. All cause mortality.
COVID saving lives. That's the difference.
Yeah, because there's less people driving and there's more people committing suicide though. That number's up.
Oh.
Oh, wait a second. So yeah, you could see the numbers are involving the money. So this I'll send you the link to this one too. I'll post a link to this one too. Oh, I didn't share it. So yeah, these are it shows you all death from all causes, percent expected, involving pneumonia with or without COVID, excluding influenza. This is excluding influenza, deaths involving COVID and pneumonia, excluding influenza. Deaths involving with or without COVID and pneumonia. And then deaths involving pneumonia, influenza, or COVID.
Mm-hmm.
All of them combined.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of went up right there, too. Corresponded. Interesting. But anyways, these are some interesting numbers. If y'all are interested, I will post a link right now. As soon as I get out of this screen. I know that was the other thing. Lou posts false positive is probably in the stats. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
So the only 2 people that I know of that have gotten a positive COVID test, both went back and retested and came out negative. So how many of these millions and millions of people who've gotten positive or asymptomatic positives, right? So they're asymptomatics. What makes you think it wasn't a false positive?
Yeah.
You're not asymptomatic. You're a false positive. And now I'm hearing that even the asymptomatics aren't contagious. So you have a positive test. If you're asymptomatic and you're not contagious, then who the hell cares what you have crawling around in your body, right?
Oh, shoot. I seen something super funny. So now, and the CDC, they released it too. Now they said that just breathing. They said that they just found that not just droplets. This was on last week. You probably didn't get that tag.
Oh, we're finding a new way to.
No, they said that make sure you cover your nose. They said now if you breathe, they said that when you breathe in and breathe out, when I do this, when you breathe in or breathe out, that is they just found out that is spreading corona by breathing. So keep it over. I'm gonna get it word for word here. I thought it was.
You need to stop. You're making me mad.
I'm telling you what I'm reading, and this came out from the CDC. They said this. I'm gonna bring up the article too. This was a CDC new reports, and I was like, oh man, we can't even breathe now.
Oh, see, I did it again, guys. Man, I keep saying that whenever
let me get this for you.
When I got chat, I need to start putting their comments that I'm talking about, like this. Boom, like, hey, look.
Where are you? Is it this one?
You know what I mean? I need to share the chats.
False positives. Yeah, keep that out there. Boom, boom, boom. Come on.
I mean, it is, man. It's just.
No, but this is an
This
is an interesting.
Corona's really irritating.
Very interesting read. Let me just go to my buddy's K Fox page.
Hey, you want? Yeah, if y'all want me to get, I might just message her and see if I get her. I mean, we're not in Dallas though, so I don't want to like take time away from her campaign. She's campaigning. It's specifically Congressional District 32, so it's Dallas. So like campaigning for El Paso. Like I might get Kerry McKinnon on. You know,
Yeah.
unless any of y'all are in Dallas. If you're all in Dallas, then I can get her on though. Should go on.
You have to reach out.
I might have to.
I want to get this article. This is good stuff.
Yeah, but they have to be like 6 minutes or something. That they have. She said, my brother said that a guy was sitting next to somebody, but they had to be like sitting next to you for like 6 minutes.
Oh, far as the
breathing
thing.
Yeah, for the breathing thing.
Oh, let me see what CD said. Yeah, 6 minutes. Oh, I didn't hear that. That's funny.
What else were we supposed to talk about?
Oh,
let me look at my description here. Oops, I can't look at my description. Joe's still not on the debate stage. That was the other thing on my description. Oh, yeah, I don't. It's bad, man. It bothers me that you know, why are we okay? You know what bothers me is because my neighbor was like, hey, he looked at my sign, my Jorgenson sign. He's like, hey, who's that? And I was already like, shoot, really?
Your neighbor.
Really? It's like, why does not, I mean, it's just not fair that the first time anybody's going to see her name is when they go to the ballot on November 3rd. That is ridiculous. I know you all know who Jo Jorgenson is because it's written like right there. You know, it's also back here.
Yeah, CDC advised to cancel.
I can put it over here probably.
Halloween is canceled, guys.
Halloween is not canceled.
This CDC advised against Halloween this year.
So
they got so much authority.
They do now. Ridiculous, man.
CDC is the big dog right now, man. They control the schools, they control governors, they control what we're doing. Everyone goes by the CDC.
They don't control me.
They are massive power.
Yeah, they are.
They are crazy. And they don't even they don't even have they don't have power though. They are more of a intelligence. They research this stuff. They create the medicine. I mean, they regulate. It's weird.
So speaking of Corona, I had somebody was like, because I had mentioned what you were saying, like whenever you found out Lou was positive, you were like, hey, I'm gonna come over and get it, man. I want to see if this is, you know, I want to test my immune system because I've never been sick, right? Yeah. And they were like, was he joking? I was like, no, I don't think he was joking.
I wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't.
I wasn't joking. No, I wasn't. I guess a part of me probably, but no, 90%. I've always been on board. Like, hey, come at me. I don't know what to say. I've always tried to. Come on. Devolve in the hizzles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd seen them back there, Champs. He was like, take a look. Champ was warning me.
Oh, is that what you?
He was warning. He was telling me to look up. I see him now. Tell him I'm gonna try to get I'm gonna try to come like Friday, do a Devolve when there's like no school day. I figure
no school the next day.
School days.
Yeah, no school the next day.
The next day. The next day.
Go to bed.
Right.
Take too long.
Right. So that's why I said like Friday. I'll try Friday and whatnot. I wanted to ask you about the That's what I had. I had the three things I want to ask you
Oh yeah, that's right.
about
We had
the
some,
kneeling,
we're gonna do an
about
interview again.
freedom, and you call it an interview. I want to speak. I have my opinions on this.
Well, that's
So-
what an interview is you ask somebody their opinions on stuff.
So,
Oh, you got it written down. You wrote it.
I didn't write it down. I just had the different categories. So it was is all freedom good, safe? Is all freedom good / safe freedom? You know, because it made me, because I got to thinking
good
about
yes,
safe,
safe. No.
you know, because I got to thinking about the whole
Safe, no.
I had to thinking about the whole tank thing, and you know, if everyone gets that, is that really good? Yeah, you have the freedom. It should be. You gotta have some money. But anyway, so we came up with a segment. So let's start with
you leave me alone with my tank, okay? I'm buying a tank. Somebody else said they were buying a tank. I asked them what tank they were going to get. They didn't reply. It was in the comments on the gun control one. About that one.
That was the segment, and that's what I'm asking you guys. Is all freedom? What do you all think? So starting with the NFL, like they are kneeling. They're out there kneeling, and I want to know. So obviously that is safe. It's a safe protest. Some reckon it's morals and your commitment to the country. And my question to you is that one of those freedoms that is good and safe? Can you see it as good? Because you've been
the freedom to kneel,
the freedom to
absolutely
kneel, and protest against your own flag. They feel like some say that it's a protest.
I mean, that's the purpose of protesting.
Mm-hmm.
The purpose of a protest is usually that's why it's in the Constitution.
It's coming from a military. So
you have the right. You have the right to, it's the right to protest and to petition your government for the redress of grievances. So you could call that a petition. I mean, that is protected plainly in the Constitution. First Amendment, I believe.
Yeah.
First Amendment, you have the right to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So obviously they have a grievance with the government, and that's their petition. I don't understand, and most military people feel the same way.
Okay.
We swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution, and we take the oath seriously because we're willing to put our lives on the line for it, unlike politicians who take the oath and then throw it out the window and don't care anymore. You know what I mean? But we take that oath seriously, and we know that's a right that's protected by the Constitution. And it's a peaceful protest. Absolutely. Would I do it? No. I have way too much respect for that flag and all of my brothers and sisters who have died to defend and protect it.
So you don't feel it's a good thing?
I think it's a terrific thing. I think it's an outstanding way to just my loyalty to that flag and what it stands for me is more important than what I would be kneeling for. You know what I mean? I have that. It's a different set of honor for me, but I have no problem with anybody else who would do it.
Okay.
I would not. I would help them up. I'd give my hand and say, "Hey, man, when you're done kneeling, here's my hand.
Okay.
I help you up."
Right. Okay.
No, I mean, that's the problem. Is people think that just because you believe something is morally right or wrong, that everybody else has to think that way. That's stupid.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so
just because I think that it's wrong just because I don't think that it's wrong. Then just because I think that it is my duty as a citizen to honor the flag during the national anthem doesn't mean I expect everybody else to feel the same way. And that I'm going to think that they're any less of a person because they don't feel that way.
It's up to you. Okay.
Everybody comes from their own.
Those that
place.
are you part of the crew that you're not watching NFL because of the protests, or
you're not watching the NFL because it's boring, and it's even more boring, I can imagine, without an audience.
Does that affect you because a bunch of people are canceling? They cancel NFL because of the protests and whatnot. So that is something you find is just unwarranted, kind of. You have heard of those people.
You can cancel or not watch whatever you want. Yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Something about some cop got shot or something.
Yeah, I like good stuff.
NFL supply. I don't know the whole story.
Okay, so you're for kneeling. No, you're okay with it. You're okay with it. You're okay with the right, but you wouldn't do it.
I absolutely think that there should be no issues whatsoever. But I mean, if the NFL decided they want to fine people for kneeling, then they have that right too. That's a private organization. You know what I mean? They have the right to make their own rules. Of course, then if those rules violate somebody's constitutional right to peacefully protest, then those people would have a right.
That's what I was going to say.
Those people would have the right to sue.
That is a violation.
Yeah, then they would have the right to sue the NFL for violating their constitutional right to peacefully protest.
Okay.
So that's something we never even got to because of the craziness, the outrage, and all that stuff.
Okay.
Silliness. But the NFL never. That's probably why the NFL never did fine anybody for kneeling. I mean, and then it's the same thing. Like when Jerry Jones said, we're going to bench you if you kneel. Do you know what I mean? If you would have done that, and those people would have lost money or something because they got benched. Now he doesn't have to start anybody that he doesn't want to start.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But if he took their money because they didn't kneel, then that's a lawsuit.
This is our year.
So this is crazy. So.
Speaking of Cowboys, the negative protests though, the ones that are do you feel that same energy far as giving them the right to protest? Far as
Champ's got a good point here. Let me go back because we missed a couple.
Oh, okay.
That is good freedom. Protests like that in China and see what happens. Protests like right. Chris says, check out the link I posted. Did you post a link? It must have got. Let me go to the YouTube thing. I don't see a link, Champs. I think I have links where I have to approve them. I don't see a link. Anyways, the link, I don't see the link. But, so repost that link. Let me see if why I missed it. Post something like that in China and see what happens. Right? Gots to be loyal in China. You might just end up disappeared.
Do you have that? Okay.
Did I miss the stimulus discussion? We briefly talked about Trump signing an executive order to
you about to get it.
$400 for unemployment benefits, and then $1,200 more, I guess. If you protest, don't get mad at the backlash that comes with it. 100%. I mean, that's the other thing that about libertarians is, we just don't believe in the government force being used, the force of law being used for things. That doesn't mean that the force of community doesn't have a place. And that's how a lot of things would get fixed if the government didn't get involved. You know what I mean?
Hey, actually, I got a few. I want to hear from. I want to hear because it seems like you guys got a lot to say. I want to hear from someone out there. I want to talk to you. Can we put the line up?
I guess for a minute.
Yeah, for a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up after an hour. Huh?
Oh.
Do I have it as a banner? Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a tipper.
Let's see if you.
There you go.
Guys, he's got a number scrolling. That's the live studio call-in number here in the lovely. Someone asked if we were in PA because of the background.
Do I have?
Someone asked if we were in Philly.
Oh.
So
how about the coaches getting fined $100K for not wearing a stupid mask?
That's the live call-in number. Go ahead, call in right now. We want to hear from you.
Not watching the NFL is a good freedom. It is an absolutely good freedom.
Ryan, the 5'9", I've been seeing you in the Evolve over there in the comments.
5'9".
What's up, I?
5'9",
16. Coach is getting.
I don't know.
No, Royce the 5'9". That's
16.
That's a playoff 16. That's cool.
Do I have links shut off?
I don't know. I don't think.
I don't remember. I thought I had them review, but I think YouTube did this whole reset thing like a few weeks ago or a month ago, because I had like all my stuff, and then it keeps like resetting this to entertainment. Like everything just keeps getting like everything got reset.
Okay.
About a month ago. So
we're around the election time. Let's keep moving. We're around the election time and voting. So we know that we have the right to vote. How about I want to hit on people with felonies and murders and people that do absolutely nothing. What is your stance on people with felonies and in jail and whatnot as far as their right to vote?
See, I don't have blocked links. It's not clicked.
No, it's not. Just tell him repost it. I don't even think he was talking about this stream.
He said he did. He reposted it.
Oh,
you're reposted in live chat?
Yeah.
He's going to DM me on Twitter. Okay. That's probably better.
So what do you all think about like to know you guys in the comments. Tell me, what do you all think on what was I about to say about coaches? Should people in jail, people with felonies, should they have that same right to vote? Another freedom. Call on investigate. Collaboration with China.
Citizens Commission on National Security. Colonel Lawrence Sellin, retired.
Nice bold. People in jail shouldn't have the right to vote. I'm trying to get that.
I disagree.
We're trying to start dialogue.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree. I don't think you should have your citizenship removed. I think if you're going to have a right taken away by the Constitution, it should be done so through due process. Particularly, a judge says you no longer have this constitutional right.
Citizens that are an enemy to the state that's going around murdering and killing people. So how about someone that is a what do you call someone?
Traitor. Traitor or treason? Yeah, that would be a reason.
Traitor, treason, and he's
Pretty severe.
And even
Yeah.
someone that is someone that kills more than 3 people, they called him.
How about felony drug possession?
People that kill, people that just run around and kill. He can kill like 4
How
people.
about felony drug possession or fraud or something?
Oh, nothing like that. That's not bad.
Those are all felonies. You lose your right to vote when you commit a felony.
I know. So
But you can't vote in jail anyways. When you're in jail, you can't vote. You don't get absentee ballots in jail.
And that's one of
Even if you're in jail for a misdemeanor, as far as I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they should.
Should they be able to get
I
those
think
ballots
so. Yeah.
in jail?
I don't see why they shouldn't.
Champs, why you think not? Chris, with a lot of crimes should not be a crime.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying, Chris. Is there should be more. There should be a lot more detail placed on it when you're talking about removing a citizen's constitutionally protected liberties.
Man, I'm so far behind now.
Constitutionally protected liberties. That's huge. That's a big deal. So,
We just seem behind. It was weird.
this is the delayed.
Oh, that's a delayed one. Oh, okay.
A lot of crime should not be a crime. A lot of crime should not be a crime. We need to get our definitions correct before we can talk about it if it should be taken away.
Yeah. A champs.
It should. That's what I'm saying. Is it should be much more serious. Not you get a felony, you can't vote, or you're in jail, you can't vote. No, it shouldn't be that way. I mean, it should be a due process involved. In other words, a judge should be particularly saying, you no longer have this constitutionally protected right. It's not something that even the right to vote is not something that's given to us by government. Thank God. Yeah. It's a God-given right. It's protected by our Constitution. So, I feel if you give them that option, then it will change how Congress will start approaching the situation.
If you give felonies and people with crimes.
Well, the fact that you don't give them the right to vote changes how they approach the situations. It might be a significant reason why African Americans and minorities are disproportionately incarcerated over white people.
Uh-oh. Oh, snap. We're going there. Buckle up, people.
Nobody can argue that. But if you're thinking about it changing, either way you go with a topic one way or another, or with a constitutional freedom, especially, no matter which way you take it, it's going to affect how Congress or the government reacts to it. So,
so there's the black vote, and now there's the prison vote.
Yeah, right. So now there will be a prison vote.
Yeah. So now there'll be campaigning for the prisoner.
Campaign in the large prison. Campaigning for the prisoners.
Do you want to get out? Are you locked up?
Yeah. But the thing is
all citizens.
The thing is what's the quickest way to silence the minority vote? The war on drugs. Let's just throw all the black people in jail for minor possession of a plant.
Would the prison vote?
And now they can't vote no more. No, it's pretty significant though.
No, we have that.
We definitely are the United States of incarceration. I mean, it's crazy.
That's
It's like our incarceration rate is like 25 times higher than any other country in the world. It's outrageous, man.
It is up there.
It's out because of all the stupid laws we have. Don't you realize there are too many laws? You probably break the law like 12 times a day.
Yeah.
Every single one of you that's watching this, you've probably broken the law 12 times today because of all the stupid laws that we have in the books.
Next one I have, you have the free. All right, we're talking about good, safe freedom. It's all freedom good. So people have the freedom, obviously, to put what they want on social media. I'm going to talk about cancel culture. You have the freedom to be canceling and slandering and canceling someone. What do you feel about that freedom? And cancel
The freedom
culture?
to cancel?
Cancel people and slander companies just because.
Okay, so
because they call you.
I want to be specific now. I
the
want to be
investors.
specific. See, you're not specific. I like being specific.
Okay, go ahead.
By freedom, what you mean is not having the government propose or pass a law that would enforce through aggression and violence
restrict you from slandering
from
and
doing
being a
that.
part of
Yeah.
cancel culture.
Absolutely, I believe that should be a freedom. That the government should not see. You're flipping the script though, because a freedom is a constitutionally protected right.
Okay.
It's protected from the government. So what you're talking about is that we should no longer protect people from the government, forcing them not to cancel people. Where would that go, dude? If you passed a law that cancel culture can't cancel anybody, where would that go, man? You gonna be arresting people for that's it, man. You try to cancel,
That's funny. That's good.
Nick Cannon, so you going to jail. You already be in jail. You try to cancel like 12 people already. You already be in jail. The MGK would have had you arrested already.
Mine is not canceling. I'm not.
Large Amar, man, you would have been arrested.
I don't have the
long
intention
time
of
ago.
canceling. Cancel culture has the intention of canceling. Take away your job, take away your investors, take away that through slander, through anything, by all means necessary.
Also, you need to give some sort of incentive to come out of prison.
Oh, we're still on that.
If you allow this, you will open doors to many other situations. I don't think getting out. I don't think voting.
Champ's like,
is-
no vote.
I don't think voting is an incentive to get out of prison.
We'll go back on it, Champ. Champ is steadfast in his they don't deserve that vote. Then people wouldn't care if they commit crimes because for some people, prison is actually better. That's true. Prison is actually better, especially in the wintertime. For some...
Homeless people commit more crimes.
Yeah, I'm
That's
telling
true.
you for sure.
It's true.
I'm telling you. So, but I don't get what you're saying. How did that relate to your first part? How are you relating that?
He's
Champ,
just saying that it's
People wouldn't
the
care
right to vote. People wouldn't
if
care
they
because
commit crimes?
yeah,
How does that compare to that?
like people don't want to commit crimes because they're going to lose their right to vote. I don't think that
that's
passes
what-
through a criminal's mind.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
shoot!
I would
Why'd
rob
you
this
just-
lady. But man, we got to get Trump out of office this year.
I'm with them. Yeah, they're nothing.
That's a good, but it's a good topic. It is that, believe it or not, whether people in prison or certain felonies or all criminals should be allowed to vote or not. That is an awesome topic. It's and it's great to research it. I mean, it's like one of those topics that they don't want to touch, because it deals with constitutional liberties, and our politicians don't like talking about constitutional stuff because, like I said, they swear that oath and then they throw it out the window and go about and do their business of growing in power.
Okay. So these companies, and this is one that
Every time the government grows, the Constitution shrinks. These companies, what?
No, the last one I wanted to hit on is far as on this little litany is the YouTube copyright and companies' right to claim and strike and take for like 5 seconds. How do you feel about that? It is
That's a private company. They can do
even 3 seconds. You play 3 seconds copyright. I take all of your 30-minute video and I get paid for your 30-minute video, your blood, sweat, and tears, all that editing that you did, and you use that for 3 seconds.
It's
and
their
I get
platform.
to take all your revenue.
It's their platform.
Not YouTube.
Don't like it? Use another platform.
Actually, YouTube YouTube is not it's not YouTube. It's the actual producers, the actual company. YouTube is actually against it. YouTube is actually against it, but law requires them.
You are
these
talking about
producers-
intellectual property
yeah,
rights.
these companies, they would.
We don't have time for that. You said that we don't have time for that. Intellectual property rights. Intellectual property rights. I had to get to what he was talking about.
Yeah.
It's a YouTuber trying to explain what intellectual property rights is. Intellectual property is a deep libertarian discussion. It's one of them that libertarians are on both sides. It's really a tough one too. Same as with the prison voting one. Intellect like this podcast. You know what I mean? So I've shared my ideas and stuff. So say you take a quote from my podcast and you spread it around. Do I have intellectual property to that quote? You know what I mean? So could I sue you for using my quote? Like if you took my quote and use it against me, could I sue you for slander because you took my quote and use it against me? So these are like intellectual property is something that you've thought up that you own, right?
Yeah,
like your podcast, your music, your interviews, whatever we're doing.
That's what I said.
So you want to share, like if somebody did a reaction to a portion of our podcast here and we didn't like it, we could copy strike them, right? Yeah.
That's...
but would is that a right? I don't think so. But this is me personally. Some libertarians believe in intellectual property rights, or at least for a limited time. Some of them are a limited time, like, okay, you have intellectual property rights for a month after you've produced something, and then it's free to the world. Or some of them are like, no, absolutely not. Once you put it out there, it's out there and it's free for everybody to share. But that would count for like books and stuff like that. Articles written. So you spend a lot of time writing an article and then, boom, somebody else just takes it, copies and pastes it and puts it on their own, stuff like that, So it's really touchy.
It is.
As far as like podcasts and stuff like that, I think it's kind of, it's kind of immature,
They do it, man. But yeah, it sounds like a very long topic. But anyway, I don't want to be long.
But yeah, it gets intellectual. I mean, I could do a podcast on intellectual property rights, but it would take a lot longer than we have left here. We need to get to dinner.
All right then.
So care if they did crimes out because there's really no. Oh, sorry. We need to understand. People want to care. We need to understand what comes with the right to vote because there's other rights attached to it that they lose if they commit crimes. If you allow that, then it will allow other rights for inmates to have. And at what point does going to prison mean anything? If you get the same rights in prison as out, then people wouldn't care if they did crimes out because there's really no punishment when you go in the can. The punishment is you are incarcerated. You live in an 8x8 jail cell and you can't see your family, you can't see your friends, you are literally lose your freedom of movement. Kind of what they did with the quarantine.
You're right.
You're right. So you lose your freedom of movement. You're incarcerated. So that's the punishment. I don't think the loss of other rights is, I think you should lose your Second Amendment right when you go to prison. Imagine if all the inmates had guns.
Yikes.
It would definitely reduce our prison populations real fast.
That could work.
So when are we getting our checks? When are we getting the checks? Oh, you must have posted that as your thing.
I
right?
put it in my I put it.
You the stimulus channel.
I'm the stimulus channel. I have it time. I'm the stimulus.
I promise you, when they pass the next stimulus package, or if the president signs the executive order, I will do a podcast on the executive order.
Basically, really quick, you got here late. Donald Trump said that he's looking to sign a executive order next week to give you your stimulus. Since the Democrats
and he's going to announce his Supreme Court nominee Friday or Saturday. I'm looking forward to that. So expect, if he does it on Friday, expect Saturday's podcast for me to be talking about whoever he picked. They're expecting it's going to be one of these three women.
Oh,
so he's going to nominate a woman to replace, which I think that's good. I think RBG was the only the only woman on the Supreme Court. So I think that's definitely representation that should be there.
Sounds like a lot of cap to me. He's not capping. He's for real.
I don't buy it. They've been talking
He's
about a
for
second
real.
stimulus.
It's coming this time. Your stimulus channel. Look, your stimulus channel 2020 said it's coming. I got you. He said it sounds like a lot of cap. That's funny. It's not cap. He's not capping. We ain't getting it. Y'all getting it.
We'll see.
All right. So that was good. That was funny. That was funny.
How many times have he talked about we getting stimulus?
I've been
checks?
updating you. I've been updating you though.
He's been updating you on all these laws that aren't going to get passed. That's why I'll talk about them because I know they are not going to get passed. The Democrats are going to say one. Even if the Democrats copied exactly what the Republicans put in their Corona package, if they copied it word for word and submitted it, the Republicans would say no because the Democrats submitted it. They're like children. They're like children. They're just not going to do it because you want it done. Because the Democrats not going to do it because the Republicans want it done. Republicans not going to do it because the Democrats want it done. They're not going to do it.
I'm just setting up something. Making a one post there. Sorry.
They're not going to do it, man. So
sarcastically, I don't know how to spell sarcastically. Okay, but anyway, that was good. I will. I think that's it. Yeah,
I promise I'll cover it once it's for sure going to happen.
It's
so
coming.
If you really want the stimulus channel, you pay attention to my channel because I'm not going to talk about it until it's happening.
Updated, up to date
sure.
news. I'm keeping you updated to the minute. That's my job as a symbolist. I gotta commit.
Yeah, you gotta wait. You gotta wait until Tuesday or Saturday for me.
So, oh god,
I can't do those quick uploads like you do. Oh, you know the laptop I got has Power Director on it.
Oh shoot, it's built in Power Director.
Yeah, but it's only a 30-day trial.
Oh, okay. Well,
but if you wanted to try out the PC version of Power Director,
that's cool.
Because Vegas is gone, so I have no editing software on the computer now. So,
well, but that has put Vegas on there though.
Yeah, to do that again.
I did Power Director. Yeah.
But anyways, we're gonna wrap this up, people. We got to dinner.
For sure thing. Actually, let me since you're gonna be gone, let me go ahead and I'm gonna get going. I'll see you guys. I'm gonna go help your I'm gonna help Lou with the dinner while you go ahead and do your
really?
Yeah, just while you do the the closing too.
Whatever. Anyways, that wraps it up, people. I appreciate all the comments. Good conversation, man. Really good topics. That's like and you hit me with some stuff, and I appreciate it though. I really like it because you make me work my brain. Like hit me with topics that I wasn't even planning on talking about, like whether people in prison should vote. I said, I haven't even thought about that really. So that's why when you hit me, I'm like, I need to research this. It kind of lets me know that I gotta see I gotta see what's going on, man. And then like the with him with the copyright stuff and intellectual property rights and stuff. That's another good one too. I really appreciate it. I look forward, like I said, man, please try to share that there's a libertarian option out there with your friends, family, when you get in these political discussions. I just appreciate it. Just, hey, man, go. That's why I tell people, just, hey, jo20.com. Go check out the Libertarian for President. I'm really hoping that we can get 15% or 20% this election cycle and get major party status. That way they can't keep us off the debate stage in the future, and we can be a serious competitor in this country and bringing liberty. I mean, bringing this country back to its foundation of freedom and liberty, the beacon on the hill, man, that people wanted to come because they had the opportunity to prosper here without being held back that they were getting in their other countries. Now we're worse than most countries about regulations and licensing and stuff and restricting, people's ability to prosper and stuff. So appreciate it. Oh man, I didn't even talk about the link you sent, man. Okay, that the virus was created in a lab. The Chinese government collaborated with World Health. It's like a lot of conspiracy theory stuff. You know, I seen a whole thing that kind of goes through this whole timeline that you sent, Champ. I wouldn't confirm or deny. I mean, it would not surprise me at all if most of that was not true. It really doesn't change what is happening right now. I mean, the problem is that the government has too much power. That's why these things can happen. You know, the coronavirus task force has too much power. The World Health Organization has too much power. The National Institutes of Health, too much power. Donald Trump, too much power. All these places have too much power. When they have more power, you have less freedom. They have the ability to manipulate systems and stuff. They shouldn't have the power to manipulate those systems. You know, so I mean, the thing I always say about conspiracy theories is it's a theory because they're based in some kind of fact. And conspiracies literally mean that there was conspiring to do something, a group of people conspiring to do something intentionally. A lot of stuff can be chalked up to, you know, stuff happens. And then some of it is, I think, an actual conspiring. And then I think some of it is, I mean, there's a lot of conspiring that's going on right now because of an election season. So there's a lot of behind the scenes conspiring that's going on to try to manipulate your vote come November 3rd. So one of the reasons why nobody hears about Jo Jorgenson. So, you know, that would just throw a monkey wrench that they don't want to plan for. So, but yeah, it looks like I've seen this, but I'll bookmark it and check it out later, champ. It's not where I want to bookmark it. Appreciate that. It's time for me to go though. I got to get to dinner, see what's going on in there. And see what's happening. Where you say you really like that. Hey, Drama, what's good, man? Welcome. I'm getting ready to leave, though, man. Getting ready to take off. I do have a scripture ready for us. The scripture is going to be, this is a fun one for me. It's one that libertarians I haven't jumped on a whole lot, but I find it's interesting. It's Matthew. It's going to be Matthew chapter 5, which is the Sermon on the Mount. We'll start at verse 43 and probably go through 46. So you have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be sons of your Father who is in heaven. For he makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the just and on the unjust. For if you love those who love you, what reward do you have? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? So it's not, you don't hear Jesus referring to government very often in the Bible. And so when he says it like derogatory, you know, don't even the tax collectors do the same? You know what I mean? What good is it if you love those who love you? Don't even the tax collectors do that? Like he's referring to the tax collectors would be the government, you know, that's who collects taxes from us. And it's just funny that Jesus, the way he says it is like, don't even the tax collectors do that? Like he's referring to them like they are a lower form of person, not the person itself, but that entity. The tax collector entity is a lower form of person than what we as Christians should strive to be. You know, I just think that's interesting that he put tax collectors down here. Like you as Christians need to be better than that. Need to be better than them tax collectors, you know? So it's just a reference where, you know, you get the idea that Jesus was not a big fan of the government. Probably because he knew they were going to put him on a cross. You know, but yeah, it is what it is. Jo 2020 from Hawaii. Yeah, you vote your conscience there, bud. Jo Jorgenson 2020. I vote Libertarian across the board, down the ballot. The two-party system has driven this country into the dirt. If you keep voting that way, don't be surprised with what you get. It's just going to get worse. So appreciate y'all. Love y'all. No matter who you vote for, you're still going to be my friends. I'm still going to love you. Appreciate y'all listening. Love your neighbor. God bless y'all. KIP. Keep it positive. I will talk to you next time. Peace.